Hello everyone,
Hello,
and yay, we did it! Yay,
we did it.
I'm not very good at showing enthusiasm, but yeah, so we did it.
Hashtag amazing.
Yeah, CrossCode has been founded. Yes, I was actually thinking of playing some music in the background for to give this kind of like party feeling, though I didn't plan anything, so probably not. Okay,
Party. Yeah, I don't have any booze here, so
so yeah,
iced tea it is.
right. Let's see if we actually. So what's the state right now? CrossCode. No, wait. Indiegogo.
So yeah, super
Yeah,
awesome. Thanks everyone. Thanks
84,000.
everyone.
84,000. If this continues like this, we might actually be able to reach 90,000, which would be very awesome. That would mean essentially that, yeah, New Game Plus then.
Yeah, which would be awesome. New
Mhm.
Game Plus. Would love to do that.
So yeah, essentially you can play CrossCode then 2 times, and it's 2 times interesting, especially if you're interested in the gameplay.
Yeah, I think so too.
All right.
I'm not I'm not finding. I think everyone's baffled, still baffled. So what? We did it. What happened? Hashtag what happened?
All right. So yeah, what are we gonna do today? So we said 2 things that we could work on. One is continuing some sprite art. So I think today we will focus on sprite art because last time was very programming heavy. So today we're gonna do more art again. And 2 things I thought about. One would be like actually work on CrossCode by extending the Oruki harbor area because there's still a lot of graphics you plan to do there, like spriting a marketplace and a lot of details, decoration.
Yep.
And the other option is just creating dancing layer graphics. That's what I thought of because I kind of would like to do that. Not sure they're gonna be used in the game, but we might use them. So I'm just gonna create some sprite animations then. Could be some idle poses too, depending on the
Yeah,
scenario.
I thought the same. Like it would be an idle pose for Leo.
So I think we should have a small vote about that. So if
I've
somebody,
just I have to do Facebook. So
yeah,
I
so
wait. Give me a
um,
second. I can Lesser is there too. Can you make
yeah, that would be great if
an
Atlessa could do the.
straw poll for us?
Yeah, I'm
What
gonna
we're gonna
write here on
do today?
Skype.
Oh yeah, right. Did you mute your Skype sounds?
No, I did not.
Also,
Now
did you
I
save
did.
the file?
Yes, I wait. No, it's not a good idea to save web pages. Sorry, usually don't do that. Okay, I just wrote, "Can you create Skype to Atlas?" I'm such a genius. Lol. Okay, for some
Oh,
reason our
wow! Wow! Over
moderator.
100 people. What is going on? Hello, everyone.
Whoa, seriously, I don't even. Oh yes, I usually have something. I usually have the
It's
stream
Sunday.
running on the
It's time to
display
celebrate.
here. I
You
forgot
should
about that.
dance. Felix, you gotta dance. Leah has to dance.
I'm very bad at this. So yeah, no, you don't want to see me dance, I think.
Atlas has some problems.
Yeah, so apparently our
Just
moderator cannot enter the chat. So probably gonna be take some time until we get this poll.
yeah, and everyone is going crazy. I see some people congratulating. Thanks everyone. Thanks
Yeah,
everyone.
thanks.
Ooh, fix it, Felix.
Why?
You never understand the reference. It's from Wreck-It Ralph.
I yeah, I understood this reference. I just wondering what I'm supposed to fix because I can't think of anything.
Nothing. I don't know.
So
The poll. I just need to do.
yeah, So why can certain people not join our chat? This is really strange. Doop. Go on your machine. What is going on?
All right, straw poll time.
Yay. Oh,
Go
so
to the
Atlas apparently is in
site.
the chat again, it seems. Okay.
Oh, all right. Yeah, she's back. All right, awesome.
Nice.
Awesome. Felix, someone wants you to do some pole dancing. So there you go.
Nope. Not gonna
How
happen.
much
I'm
nope
sorry.
is just nope
Maybe
and
if we
nope.
maybe if we reach 100,000, I might consider. But until then, nope.
Please.
But you won't get your money back if it happens. I already tell you that. It's not gonna be worth it.
Yeah, we also got like over 2,000 backers right now. Like in the last 2 days, basically, we got 500 new
Yeah,
backers,
it's really
which is
it's insane.
what? And we also got to front page. Like that's how Indiegogo works, man.
Yeah, like Indiegogo is like, oh, this project, almost over. Now it happens to be successful. Okay, we give it a little push, but like all those projects look potentially interesting, but don't have any, are not going off. Well, they don't need any support, right? So that's how Indiegogo
Yeah,
rolls. Just make stuff that's already successful even more successful. That's yeah.
the usual. So Felix, you can also vote if you want.
Okay.
Oh, many people want to do the Leia dancing idle
All
animation.
right.
I guess that's
Yeah, I mean we promised some parties, so we gotta do some dancing stuff.
yeah.
So maybe
No
people can
programming,
post some dance
programming, we
suggestions.
celebrate. No
Sorry?
program, celebrate. Vegeta says, "Why no programming? Because we want to celebrate." So
Yeah, because programming's not so like celebrating, I
you
guess.
can make the console log celebrate.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, 35 votes.
Yeah, I guess it's pretty clear that we're gonna go with the dancing layer animation. Layer pole dance. We are missing the pole for that. I'm sorry. That's a very good excuse, I know.
And process
Hey, why is a god logged into my machine?
a goat.
A god.
What?
That's the admin user. It's called god. I just want to run Twitch on the other machine so I actually get to see how many viewers we have.
So multiplayer, right? We got 5,000 euros extra. We should do
Yeah, multiplayer maybe 5,000 more should make it.
maybe 500,000 more. So we can hire some high-profile programmers.
Or give us a lot of time. I think I would even try to do it myself, but it just takes so much time to do that, guys.
Yeah,
128! My gosh, it's more like twice than last time.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
awesome.
so people
everyone.
want to see some dancing layers, I suppose. So I'm gonna better start some Photoshop then. And I'm gonna switch to Photoshop now. Let's see if that works. Yeah, you don't see the file selection dialog, which is maybe isn't too bad.
So we also Felix had decreased the resolution this time.
Yep, so I hope you can see a bit more this time around.
Yeah.
Alright, stuff is not working, but I already know why.
So I think it's celebration time, so we probably should talk a little bit about what's going to happen, what does the future hold, and how we're going to proceed. I mean, came a little bit unexpected. I mean, many of us thought like, are we going to make it?
Now it works. Okay.
And we did make it. So, but we still got a little bit of planning behind the scenes, and I don't know if we can talk much about it, but I can tell you that you should prepare your Steam.
Yep, pretty much.
prepare
Something
your
is gonna
Steam.
happen on Steam very soon.
Something is gonna happen on Steam.
Yep.
So that's cool. So there's going to happen something, which is pretty cool.
Hmm.
And like many projects do, I guess we'll probably do the same. We also had this as idea in case the campaign fails, but now we can use this idea to work towards the stretch goals after the campaign is done, and that's going to be pre-orders, just
Yep.
like many other games did it. We're going to do the same.
Somebody
It's not
suggest.
going to be there in like the next week, maybe 2 weeks. I think it should be fast because we should move on fast from now on.
What the hell is this?
I don't even. But yeah, pre-orders they're going to happen. So Slacker backers.
Hmm.
But it's going to take a little bit of time. Also, something we want to. We don't have any paid mods, nor do we will pay mods. I guess.
Most likely not. No.
I don't know why we should.
Yeah. Sorry, Atlas. Or what do you mean? Like mods in Twitch now, or?
I think so. I mean, we could also use some moderators in our forum. Need some. I should focus on chat a little bit here. Oh yeah, humble widget. Yeah, that's going to be something we will do for Slacker backers. Humble widget.
Mm-hmm. Right. So.
Also for people that couldn't contribute to the project because they're broke or don't have the money, or right, we can understand. We can relate.
Hmm.
So yeah, and we will probably flesh out some of the stretch goals and then put up a list on the CrossCode page or on the Radical Fish Games page, and we can pre-order the game, basically. Yeah. And there's more news, man. There's more news, but you can't talk about that right now, I think.
Hmm.
So
I think
start to
things will come up as we go along here.
yeah.
And yeah, so let's gonna start with some animations. Any suggestions for animations, for dance animations? You can just post some videos and I'm gonna have a look and maybe I find something that I like and then I'm just gonna try to copy that. Otherwise I'm just gonna improvise a bit. Actually I already have
Here.
this idea of kind of looping this animation. Actually that would already be kind of like a dance animation. I'm just gonna cheat now and just turn this into a dance move.
You can still post some videos or ideas, and
Yeah, sure. Just go ahead and post videos,
Um,
and we probably gonna create a couple animations. If
Yeah.
I'm-
oh, oh no, he's talking about the mods of the game in Steam, because some of the mods in Steam are paid,
Oh,
or you can pay them. I know. I have no idea what's going on right now with that. I think it's Bethesda that wants money, and not Valve per se. I'm not sure, but because I don't know why Valve should even care. But maybe I'm not that into the whole mod community. I rarely use mod. I think the only mod I ever used was for the Devil May Cry game, for the Devil May Cry 3 game for the PC. So, but I know that basically some colleagues of us and developers of Game Dev Tycoon, they actually did a mod API for their game too, and it's mainly JavaScript. I think it would be even easier for us too, because our system is that flexible. I don't know, mods.
so what exactly does a mod mean in case of CrossCode? What exactly would change the mod?
A mod would add new enemies, new areas, everything would change the complete look of CrossCode if you want so. Increase details of everything. It modifies the game, basically.
Okay, I'm not
To
sure
any
if that
extent.
makes sense in our case, really.
If
Yay!
people would really
You
want
know,
it.
this really reminds me of some animation from Chrono Trigger this year.
I know what you
Yay!
mean.
Oh, this is awesome.
Gangnam
Look
Style.
here, our first dance
Acapella.
move. Yes. Okay.
Okay,
That's a very
Macarena.
quick start. So just
Oh,
gonna
there's
turn
so
this in
many.
some GIF and post it around so people can use it. Okay.
Gangnam Style. Go ahead, Felix. You gotta please
Oh,
the
Gangnam Style. Oh my gosh, this one is challenging, but I'm gonna try.
All right. Gangnam Style it is.
So there's this weird thing
Moonwalk.
about
Like
oh
moonwalk.
moonwalk. Oh my gosh, yes.
I write them all down. So I think Atlessa does too.
Hmm. Okay, so that works.
Nude mods. Yeah, of course. That's what modding is for. So people can make nude characters.
Not
Well,
gonna, probably not gonna be official.
not sure if I want money for that. So go ahead.
Yes, I really like that one already. So okay, and save for web. Oh man, most of these dialogues don't even show here. That's interesting, man.
That's a good. That's a good idle animation.
This is the jump dance. So
Leah writing man Leah. Oh god, I don't know. Not sure of one.
layer what?
Writing man Leah. I think like
Nope.
Leah pulls man Leah out of her pocket, right, and writes her like a cow or something.
So first layer GIF and done. Here you go.
Easy.
Easy one. Okay, so so should I try next Gangnam Style? I think Gangnam Style I'm gonna try.
Thanks, so that's something a little bit more difficult.
No, I'm first gonna look for some GIF animation to have a reference.
Yeah, I think in case of CrossCode, it would be probably very easy to create a multiplayer mod. Just hack in some node code, make a module for it, make a map for it, make an event for it, and everything.
Mhm.
But for that, like as always, we had to like rewrite the whole, and not rewrite, but we would have to add documentation and make everything clean. And I don't want to do that.
Perfect.
I want to make the game. The
All
game
right.
can make now.
I got a very nice reference here. So I guess that's gonna work. Let's go. Let's start. Create the Gangnam Style animation. Okay. Actually, this one is already pretty close to what the Gangnam Style looks like, so that's pretty neat.
I don't know. Steam lag. What?
Oh my. Yeah, I'm gonna delete this here.
Do you already have a design for Ninja Lear? Trixie.
Not
No.
yet.
No.
We tried some stuff, but it's not final yet.
Nah.
So it will probably be more blackish and dark because it's a ninja, and ninjas are supposed to be, well, mostly dark. Though
Yeah.
actually not sure. They're just supposed to blend with the environment. I heard. That's all.
Are you guys ever gonna publish the engine? I know it's running off another, but you'll still be able to fork it. Well, first of all, it's not running off another, basically, but we kind of modified all of it. So it's kind of
Yeah.
like we wrote our own engine, but we can't. I think we still can't just put it out there because the engine was proprietary.
Well,
So
we probably
but-
could ask talk with
Yeah, we could ask Dom. Yeah.
yeah. I'm not
What
entirely
it
sure.
says,
We
so.
might do this later on, but right now, the engine's pretty experimental. I mean, it's not written to be usable. It's mostly written to work with our game, and so and there's still plans to change stuff. And once we go public with that, we kind of, to some extent, need to at least make it more clean and stable so the people understand the code. We need to add documentation, and that's would just it's our goal is
First
not to
drink.
create an engine. Our goal is to create a game. So that's why we don't focus on publishing the engine for now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um. er, um,
Okay, I'm gonna start now creating Gangnam Style
80s
animation.
action movie ninjas came in basically all colors, like the Power Rangers. So. Radical Fish Games. Any thought for DLC? DLC.
Um, I mean, our focus is right now to just create the game as we planned this, as one game. It really depends on how it evolves. So, um, I think there was a plan that if it might happen that we don't manage to create all the content that we planned for in time, we might do something with a DLC to kind of like bring out at least one part of the game, and then you can get more with the DLC. But we have to see if that even works with the story and everything. So that's not certain.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Also, I
otherwise,
think.
the focus is really of creating one complete game.
Yep. Yep. And it's going to be our focus for the next year.
Yep.
How cool is that? How cool is that? About the Wii U release, will you release it even without the 100,000 euro? Not sure. I don't think so because we need some money and some time. There's like no answer we can give right now. We would probably have to say no right now. Just it's like that. As Felix just said, first we gotta finish this game, and we really, really, really want to. I really, really want. You really, really want.
Okay. I think about Gangnam Style it's symmetrical, so I just have to make one animation that I can flip. I really like that.
So there you go, symmetric dance moves. So I get breakdancing is nothing we can add.
Well, it would be possible. I mean, that's of course more work. It doesn't have to be symmetrical. Moonwalking was something I would like to do.
Yeah, it's on. I made a little list of stuff I saw. Maybe you can add the unfulfilled stretch goals as paid DLC. Maybe if there is demand for it. If people really want to have more of crossworlds and CrossCode, why not? I'm not against the idea of DLC. But I don't want to make a game and chop off a little bit of that game and release it as DLC.
Yeah.
So just like Assassin's Creed 2 did that, I think, or Assassin's Creed 3, I'm not sure, where some in between chapters were DLC. What? I don't want to do that. I want you guys to have a game and you can play through the game and it's complete. Well, I don't think Vegeta says paid DLC suck. I don't think paid DLC sucks. I think just that it's just used too easily. Like there are good DLCs. Like I really enjoy the Mario Kart 8 DLC. I love the new courses. I love the 200cc mode. So there can be good DLC. But yeah, it can also be very bad. Like here, you get a skin for your weapon. I mean, like that's like at least some way to not influence the gameplay. Like we Evolve did this, where you could pay skins for your weapons and your monsters, but that wouldn't influence the game. And I think that's okay because it doesn't influence the gameplay and you don't get like a boost out of it. So you are better at the start than anyone else, like many mobile games do it. If you pay something, then you are better.
Yep.
Are we drunk yet? No.
No.
There's no booze in this house here. So and I Felix is at the university, and I don't think there's booze.
No, I don't think so. At least not here. If I would be at another research institute here, they have booze, but not where I'm
With
right now.
the it's we gotta ask the engineers.
It's just it's the German Research Center for Artificial Intelligence. They apparently have beer. I mean, they do have beer, I know that, but I think here they don't. And anyway, the beer they have here doesn't really taste good at all. So I'm sorry, I'm not really that much of an alcohol drinker. Sorry to disappoint your stereotypes.
drops in viewer drops.
Yep, everything's out now.
Instance multiplayer dungeons. I like that idea. Ball throwing multiplayer dungeons.
Both throwing multiplayer dungeons, oh my.
What's the resolution of the game? And what's the resolution of the layer sprites?
The layer sprites roughly fit into 32 by 32. In this case, I'm actually going a bit over the bounds because I don't care. So actually, I probably should care if I want to have this in the game. But well, actually, the engine is flexible. It can have any size, and your entity can even change sprite resolution depending on the animation. So I can just say that this particular animation of layer just happens to be 32 times 40, and then that's it. Yeah.
Yep. And the game's resolution is 500...
68.
568. 560. Right, 568 by 320?
Yeah.
No, 320.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a semi H 16 to 9 resolution. I don't think it fits directly.
Not
into it.
perfectly.
Yeah, but it's a resolution. It's and on desktop you have there are 4 possible scaling options. First is original, which is the original resolution. Then twice, which, as the name implies, just scales everything twice. Then there is stretch, which stretches everything to the resolution of the window. So if you have full screen, it will stretch to the whole screen. And then there is aspect ratio, which tries to maintain the aspect ratio and stretch everything else. So there's your options. I think that's everyone will like that.
Okay.
4 options to scale the screen. Damn it, Felix! You should drop the bass, not the viewer count.
What?
Oh, that's nice to say, Zero Quero, who says, "Thank you, Radical, for inspiring me to create my first game."
You're welcome.
Oh, and Doug Drakey is currently developing his own game with the RPG Maker 2003, which is actually a good note. RPG Maker 2003 is actually on Steam.
Yeah, I'm
today.
surprised they actually
And
released that old thing.
yeah, it's like super duper old, but it still has a lot of nostalgic value for us. I think the 2000 RPG Maker is more important for us because we kind of started with it. Like there was always this little war. People would say there were people that would like the 2000 RPG Maker and 2003, and actually the 2003 was better, right? It had a different battle system, but everything else was slightly better because
2000 or what?
In 2003, because you could ask for more keys by default and
That's
stuff like
true,
that.
yeah.
You also had native MP3 support. And
Something.
but still,
it's not something's not right.
we stayed. What engine is it again? It's our custom engine derived from the Impact.js engine. We changed like 90% of the code, basically making it our own engine.
I
We internally always call it the cubic impact.
Needs to move faster. Yeah, just talking with myself.
Looking good already.
See, the leg movement needs to be more tense, and then the clothes need to move more, and then we need to add the hands, so it will be a bit more work, but I think it will look pretty good when it's done.
Someone says the shine on her
Yep,
forehead
you're right,
protector.
yeah. I'm actually planning to just copy the heads.
Yeah.
That's actually
probably.
very easy to do. Just gonna copy all of them. Because the
You
offset
just
is
make a new
exactly the
layer
same.
and yeah.
I never create new layers. There's only one layer.
You just have to. Oh, but that's just for background. So yeah.
Look, it's fixed, so.
Making pixel animation like that sure looks time consuming.
Well, pixel animations are time consuming. Tell me please an approach that works faster.
Yeah. There's no way around it. Like
there is none.
Yeah, you can make use of stuff like copy paste and everything, but still.
There's like
Takes a
these
while.
2D skeleton animation and things, but they usually don't look quite as good. At least in my opinion. If you want to use those, you have to do an extra effort to make them actually look decent. Because like all the depth is missing in those kind of animations.
So many congratulations and everything. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Where's Intero? Where's Music Sound? He's probably sleeping or working on the project. I don't know what project it was.
Yeah, he's currently involved in some other projects. He actually created this game for Ludum Dare. Maybe you can post this again. This was actually pretty cool. This Springtime Warfare, or what was it?
I don't know.
I can actually.
Would you guys ever think to releasing the engine? Not now. Maybe someday, but for now, our engine is our selling point, one of our selling points, and we would keep it that way for a while.
I'm just gonna copy that link here once. It's again, my machine is always getting so slow when I'm streaming. I wonder if it's one particular application.
You should make layer wing. Wing animation is always the most easiest animation.
Yeah, during the Gangnam Style dance or what?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Okay, so.
Have you guys looked at SpriteLand? Apparently a program that helps with 3D lighting for pixel arts. No, but I guess if we wanted to do that, like dynamic lighting, we would do it ourselves because I think that's something we could do. We just would need some normal maps and.
If we actually used WebGL or some.
Well, if we use WebGL, we could even do that. Yeah.
But that's not our focus right now.
Yeah, like we have some lightning, and I think it works very, very good. It creates at least it creates a very moody atmosphere in some places, like the cargo hold of the ship, which has these little dust particles floating around. Helps a lot. Which actually move in 3D space, or 3D space, but they move. They have different layers with different depth. So if you move around, you see that there's a little 3D effect to it. Would you make a CrossCode MMO if you had enough money? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I want to make an MMO. Felix, how about you?
I'm not really sure. It's not really my type of game anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm more like this kind of single player game player.
I personally like multiplayers if at least you can play them a little bit restricted, like games like Bloodborne. I love Bloodborne. or what's another good game? A Monster Hunter, something like that. I think it's cool for multiplayer, but massive multiplayer games are like they're so huge. There's so much work to do, and you can do so much, and you need a lot of time to play them too. At least if you want to be active and play with friends. And I can guess you could all guess that we don't have that time.
Yep.
So we prefer to play single player games because, well, we can have our own pace. Some conspiracy theories about relation between Lear and Shizuka.
We don't need any theories because we know what's going to happen, but
Yeah, we
we're
know,
not gonna tell.
guys. You don't need to. No reason to tell us. We know what's going to happen.
Kind of works.
Oh, sorry, I always confuse that lightning and lighting. I play too much Final Fantasy 13. I'm scarred for life.
I also do that all the time.
Yeah. I should have never played that
So,
game. Never. Why?
Now I'm gonna add the hands because I think those are very important for this dance move.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Plop chat. What? Screw DLC, screw MMO. We can assume that Shizuka and Leia are the same person. If you want to, go ahead. I'm scared by lighting strikes. Final Fantasy 13, best movie ever. reminds me of that little Easter egg in what was the game called? Life is Strange, where there was this big TV, and the girl Max said like, "I don't care what everyone says. Spirits Within was the best movie ever, the best sci-fi movie ever."
What was that?
I really
That
have
was
to
really
chuckle at that.
embarrassing product placement, right?
Yeah, I think that was just Square Enix being trolly.
Seriously, what?
Just I laughed, so it was good. Xenoblade is really long. That's true. Let's hope Chronicles X is long too.
Oh, yeah, that makes me concerned. I really would like to play this game, but I'm not sure I can because
Yeah, well, you
probably won't have the
you
time.
started when it comes out, and you finish it in 1 year, basically.
Probably.
Final Hallway 13.
Oh, actually, I
Good
just realized that the hand is actually going upwards.
What game is he making? We're making graphics for a game called CrossCode.
Yes, and this is a Gangnam Style dance animation, which will be an essential part of that game.
Yep.
As everybody knows.
It's a rhythm game, so that makes
Yeah,
sense.
it's
I
all
guess.
about dancing. Yep. I guess that works.
Starbound was tons of fun, but I blasted through it too quickly. This should be more meaty. Well, I liked Starbound too. Well, it's a sandbox game, so there is no ending. Well, there is an ending, right? There are quests and stuff, but basically, multiplayer is the best way to play sandboxed games because you can like build cool stuff. Thanks, Evil Pac-Man 3. Well, I'm just reading through chat and trying to answer everything while you're doing the the Gangnam.
Photoshop is really slow again, man. Phew.
I think that one of the developers of Chronicles X 100% the game in 300 hours. Well, 300 hours are okay with me. I mean, Star Ocean 4 takes much longer, so...
What?
Three,
300 hours?
yeah, but
Yeah.
Star Ocean 4 is like 1,000 hours because of the whole battle trophy stuff,
Oh man.
which you kind of have to play through the game 5 times or something like that. And imagine that. Imagine someone who would play through the game and watching every scene again and again. He would go mental. He would end up so fast in at a shrink. I don't even know, man. This game, the plot, the story. I really hope that Star Ocean 5 is better. I'm actually really hyped about this Star Ocean 5. Kind of looks like Star Ocean 3 with better graphics, so that's something very cool.
Mm-hmm.
And Star Ocean 3 was a very good game, at least for people that enjoy JRPGs.
The plot
can
twist
imagine
was
that
kind of
someone-
strange toward the end, I thought, but yeah.
It was so Japanese at the end.
Yeah.
It was super Japanese, but I just thought like, all right, I go with it.
Yeah. The gameplay was very good, definitely.
Yeah, it was good in 4 too, right? But I mean, you played it too when you were at my place, and you saw it firsthand. It's ridiculous. So this will actually be idle animation, or of course.
Something is not right. I'm sorry, guys. Something is not right here. I wonder what it is.
Yes, Twitch seems to have some problems. It stops loading for me too from time to time. So I just guess that it's just the usual Twitch server lag. Didn't Star Ocean 3 have cutscene skip button? Yeah, it had a skip button. Thank goodness it had a skip button. And the cool thing about it was, if you skipped the scene, it would pop up a text explaining the scene. I was so thankful for that because I couldn't stand watching these characters talk. It was
apparently they were aware of that. That was good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this game because of the gameplay a lot, but I couldn't stand the scenes, the whole story. There was one cool character, and that's it. How sad is that? I mean, okay, it's a JRPG, but come on.
I mean, JRPGs used to be special because of the story. I mean, that's actually one of the selling points in JRPGs, in my opinion. I mean, that's what really makes the JRPG special, is that you have this narrative focus. So you can have a very great story because you don't need to be flexible. You don't need to react to what the player does. You just have a linear story, so you better make it good. And they used to be good, but then they kind of became strange, at least in my opinion.
And over the top a lot.
Entirely over the top. And I think that's one of the major reasons why JRPGs kind of suffered, because not only because the gameplay was kind of like not innovative, but the story simply sucks. I mean, this Final Fantasy 13 story also, I mean, what the hell? I mean, these characters, these dialogues were just horrible.
By the way, Felix, you got to save from time to time.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
What's going on, kitty? So yeah, right now, stream is hanging, but well.
Is it?
How close are we to the view? Oh, I didn't check it in a while. So let me just reload. Aaron 4000.
Do we actually have 150 viewers right now?
Yeah, it's amazing. I
Whoa.
don't even.
And
What?
you always watch me doing a Gangnam Style dance animation of Lear. That's amazing.
I hope you all enjoy Felix Pixeling
Yeah.
Gangnam Style here.
It's not even all that good
Probably.
right now.
I think it's not that much important. It's super polished.
I want to have it great if I do an animation like this.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the whole thing. The whole secret about animation is just iteration, as you can see, because it's not like I do it perfect from the right very beginning. I just have to go over it and polish things, try out things, move things around. That's usually what makes animations great. Yeah, this one I like much more. That's what it needed. Kind of like the head needs to be more bouncy. So now,
yeah,
now
sure.
it starts to get some rhythm here. Even though that's actually accelerated because the actual animation doesn't have that, but still it looks much better that way, I think. So now I think the only thing left is some hair animation, and then we are done.
You want to animate her ponytail?
Yep.
This looks amazing.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I don't think we can do much. We have to add this to the game.
Yep.
Thankfully, we already thought of a system to kind of make some animations coming up less and some more often. I also realized that we should probably increase the timer for the because Leia stretches a lot. Like
Hmm?
every 3 second,
Oh,
Leia stretches.
yeah, that's true.
Maybe we should
Might be.
increase this to like 10 seconds or something where it
Hmm.
starts. Um, Greetings from Hannover. Greetings from Brandenburg. Brandenburg.
And greetings from Saarbrücken, the best city in Germany.
Yeah, you would like to think that.
It's much better than Brandenburg anyway.
It's nowhere near as good as Berlin.
Oh,
Like
well, it depends.
seriously,
Depends. You have
Berlin
less
is like
Schwenker.
the best
Schwenker is
city.
the best. Come on.
No, I don't agree.
You don't even know
That's
what
definitely
grilling is, man.
yeah. That's how much I care. See, I'm sorry. No, Berlin. Berlin. There's like so much stuff going on there. Greetings from Israel. Greetings from Seattle. Man, so many people from
Whoa,
around.
very international.
Seattle. Actually, we wanna visit Seattle.
Oh yeah, because the Star Mazer guys are over there, so we want to
Yep.
visit them once. That would be awesome.
Yeah. Hopefully we can do that.
Maybe when we go to E3, we can arrange something that we go just from E3 to Seattle because it's the West Coast both, so might be cheaper that way instead of flying back and forth 2 times. You might should think
Right.
about that.
I don't even know what's going to happen with E3 and everything. I mean, it looks
Well,
like
we're just
we
gonna
are
go
able.
there and present CrossCode, it seems. Well, we have to probably
Seems
talk
that
to.
way, but I don't know if we have a booth or if we just like have some if the a hotel is paid or something.
No, it's not gonna be paid. I can't say you that much. I'm probably sure there's nothing paid except for the booth place. I think we have
Or
to arrange hotel and flight ourselves, but we now got some funds, and this is part of marketing after all. Um,
yeah, sure.
but so we have to make sure we plan this ahead, and that's how you can make sure they don't waste too much money.
Someone needs to make a Leia figurine. I totally agree. I would love that.
Oh man, yeah, that would be
We could
awesome.
actually ask the Cryomorg dudes because they have a figurine of her heroine. Heroine. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Yeah, did you know there was a crossover of Leia with that character? I actually forgot the name too. I'm horrible with names.
Cryomorg. I think her name was like the title of the game, right? I'm not sure.
That would be a strange name, wouldn't it?
Greetings from my apartment. Ah, I see what you did there.
Okay, gotta copy that.
Maybe her hair should flap from side to side.
No, I don't think
Says.
so.
Yeah, I think it's an up and down motion.
Yeah,
So
should be symmetrical. Looks pretty good. I need a bit of animation up there. It's too much. Like when you do animations, it's always good to try to move the animation as far as possible. So right now I just have an movement going in the lower part of the hair, but the upper part is just static. And you actually realize this, and it looks not too great. So just doing a very subtle animation on the top would actually improve that, which is actually not too much work. I just have to change the shading a bit here.
and we should also, like Felix, we should totally disable that Lear starts to dance in a fight.
Does she actually do the stretching animation during a fight?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, yes. Oh my gosh. I was actually thinking we should probably what would be cool is having some kind of battle animation, like some either animation for battle. I actually
Oh,
thought
that's a
about this
nice
for a
idea
long
too.
time. I already tried to do one an animation like this before, but then I stopped doing it because it was not so important. Um, yeah, so yeah, we should make sure that the animations are kind of different for during battle.
I like how like there's a hedgehog charging and Lear's just like
Yeah,
I can
yeah,
do that,
it's
no
so
problem.
boring. Stretch.
It's like getting cocky in Souls game and making a gesture and then getting killed by someone backstabbing you.
Ah, fuck. No. Sometimes.
Dance in a fight would be a nice taunt. Keep it in. Yeah, but it would only happen at random.
Yeah, it's not.
So
And here we go. Let's see. Still to stop though. I think I need to move. Yeah, I need to move the white dot. This one is actually such an highlight thing, and because it's kind of static right now, I think it's kind of
you mean the top of
disturbing.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Shed is going a little bit ham on rule 34. Let's get back to a more important topic. Like, can we talk about the new demo thing we were going to do? We can, right? Like,
You
that's
mean
something we can
the early
talk about.
access, or what do you mean?
No, the early access and the demo we will put on our website and how this is going to change.
Oh, yeah, we probably should talk about this. Yeah,
Yeah.
about like the new demo version.
Sure.
I think we mentioned that in previous stream, but what we're probably gonna do is strip down the current demo version that's available to the public. That essentially means that what at least will be removed is the exploration and the puzzle mode. So we probably leave in the story mode, maybe a bit shortened. That's not entirely sure yet. But the point is that at least we have some collaboration with some publisher or some game developer actually. That's
Mm.
something we probably can mention. We will go public with that pretty soon, I think. And they suggest that our demo is really great, but it has so much content that people really don't have any incentive to, well, buy the early access version if we now publish that one. And so the idea is that we will kind of like limit the current demo version, and what you have today will be immediately available again as early access. So
Including the new trading
of course,
feature
including a
and the
couple
new
new
battle
features
rank
too.
system.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I already expect that some people probably will not like this choice, but well, in the end, it's kind of important for us that we get some money, so that's why we have to make the early access version more attractive. So I hope that you understand. Of course, we will warn everybody about this, so you can still download the old demo and keep it if you want to. But of course, we would be very happy if you would join the early access program if you really want to have new versions of the game. So yeah, Maybe Stefan wants to add something to that.
No, nothing. Yeah, yeah. You basically said everything. The demo will be a little bit short, will be shorter, and probably will have some information about Steam Early Access and pre-order here and stuff like that, which might replace the Indiegogo banner, but will be placed at the end of the story part, something like that. Yeah, it's really
Yes,
about
we
making
are
it more
capitalist
attractive.
douchebags. Sorry, guys.
Huh?
We are just capitalist douchebags. No.
We understand. Yeah, like that's really like it was true. Like the demo, many people liked the large demo, but it also comes with a big turnout because people simply say, "All right, I have a lot of to play. Why should I back the game? There's nothing for me to back because I have so much to play," and it's true.
Yeah, but I mean, we got a lot of feedback from people who really liked the demo and back because of that, but there's
Yeah,
like
sure.
this unknown number that we don't really know of people who might have played the demo and didn't even finish the demo because they were too busy to do other stuff, and because of that, they don't really have that. It's not really interesting for them to back because they still have stuff to play. And
Yeah.
this might actually be the case, but yeah, you
So
don't
yeah,
know about this really.
a quick look should also help like people. Oh, this is the game like with the intro, like Shizuka doing her special, and you have like this big
Mm.
parallax scroll scene. Like that's a like, and you want to say to yourself like, all right, I want to see more of this game, and you just go ahead and see. All right, I can play more. I just have to go to Steam Early Access, and like
Oh,
for everyone that backed,
somebody
you already
should
get
give
in.
Furious feedback mod state. I will try to do that.
Oh yeah, please do. Fierce feedback is TQ who does some sprite art for us. Like a lot of details in the autumn area and the cargo ship are done by him. For instance, what's from
So
him?
guys, I think that's
Streets in the
enough,
autumn area.
right? I think that's pretty nice for a Gangnam Style animation.
Yeah, I agree. It looks very good. I think we're
Yay! So second animation done, and 1 hour left. So that's pretty
back.
good. We probably can still
Do you
do.
want to make a single GIF out of
I
it?
will make this now. Okay.
GIF out of it.
Yep. Give me a second. So.
I back because Luxon. See, you still got your RPG Maker mojo.
I guess I do. Ah, no. I have to first delete the layers, and then cut. I mean, crop the image.
How long will the? Oh, it's a question for Hannah, but I can't. We cannot answer. How long will the game be? Approximately 10 to 15 hours, possibly more, like 20, just like SSVAV, SAF, SWAF, SWAF.
What?
SWAF says like maybe 20 hours. Like there will be side quests and stuff like that. So
Hmm.
and you can also grind and you can loot. You can go on the hunt, and there's going to be a lot of things here you can do.
Um, yep. Nice.
Rick roll. I think Felix probably wants to do the
I know. Let's have a look over the suggestions. Gangnam Style. So,
do a battle stance animation.
this one is actually more work because I have to do it for 5 directions. The nice thing about dance moves is that I only have to do them for 1 direction. So here you go.
Oh, Twitch is not loading the video. I have to reload the page.
Oh, I don't have Twitch on this machine here because it's Firefox, which doesn't have any Flash.
No need to explain yourself. It's Firefox.
No. Also gonna charge up my smartphone before it's empty, and that would be annoying. Okay, so what do we have on the list for the next animation?
Something went wrong with the animation, people say.
Let me check.
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I forgot to remove. Yeah, let me fix the link for you. Here's the a better one where you can. Yeah, okay. Atlas already did it.
Yeah. Yeah. Typical Dropbox hack.
Yeah.
Change www to dl.
Okay, so what's the next animation? There was like moonwalking. What other suggestions did we have?
Moonwalking Macarena I. Electric slide. There are also some new in the chat. I can't see them anymore because I can't scroll up. Well, boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, so moonwalk. People, you can the shuffle.
Hmm?
The shuffle. You might wanna
The shuffle. Oh,
the shuffle.
shuffle I think is not too difficult.
This calls for a straw poll. Go ahead, Alessa. Create a straw poll. This website will come very handy for our. Maybe we should add a little window in our layout, in our CrossCode layout, for straw polls, so you can just have one window which just shows the result of any straw polls.
So I'm currently looking for references. Oh, actually the program just gave me a warning. There was some high CPU load.
Yeah, you're using Photoshop while
Yeah,
Skyping, while streaming. I guess that.
might be the reason. I'm not even sure that's.
Can we Twitter the animations later? Of course we can.
Yeah, sure.
And
We
we
probably will
will
do that.
Yeah,
The thing about Twitter is
probably.
though
Yeah,
that
we
it will
will do
convert
that.
into videos, and so you won't get the GIF animations, but we will probably link them in a separate way.
Yeah, we can also release them on our blog later, but we should definitely post them on Twitter. Why not? So there's the straw poll. Moonwalk, shuffle, Macarena, Tunak.
Oh my god,
Shantae
Tunak
dance.
Tunak, oh my gosh.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh god, yeah, I know this one. Though I probably still need a reference.
Let's see what people want to see.
Shaking boards like malacas? What?
Macarena, maracas.
Maracas, I don't even know what that is, really.
Maracas. All right. I don't. Moonwalk is pretty popular right now.
I would like Moonwalk because it's pretty simple. So I'm gonna vote for Moonwalk.
You should do juggling with balls animation. Yeah, it would be animation that we wanted to add, but today we're gonna celebrate, so we're
But it
doing
defies
dances.
the gravity rules.
Yeah, defies the well, screw that. I think actually nobody would wonder how that
Probably.
worked. We could just explain. Well, that's just instant matter that is used differently. Those are not balls; they just look like
Whoa,
balls.
oh my god, I'm just seeing that the shuffling dance is really, really complicated actually. Whoa. I'm not gonna be able to do that. Oh, okay, I see. What? Shaking boards like malacas. Okay, I get what you mean then. Though, I guess that works. Anyway, it seems that Moonwalk is on the lead right now.
Yeah, pretty much. 16 votes.
Yeah, thank you, Cyber Teddy.
Maybe bounce the balls on the floor like basketball. That
Oh,
would
that
defy the same
Shanti.
rule.
This is Shanti dance. Pretty simple. Or Shantae. Is it Shantae or Shanti? Oh, come on. No, please not work.
Shantae. I see. I made this for you.
It's a GIF with sound. This is some version of Gangnam Style?
I don't
Well,
know.
maybe not. Oh, anyway, so where are we? Straw poll, let's check. Yo, Moonwalk is pretty clearly the lead, so let's do that.
Yeah, so let's do more.
Let's maybe look for a Moonwalk GIF.
How are we going to add Easter eggs in the game? Yes.
We
So
already
much
did for
yes.
Easter.
Yeah, we already did. Ha ha ha. Very funny. See what you did there. Yeah, there are already other Easter eggs. Like, I think a lot of people already know about the Smash reference or the Velzebor reference or Kingdom Hearts. Like, in the item descriptions, there are a lot of reference. Game of Thrones references.
Hmm.
All of the references. We have them. Goodbye. Goodbye, Wolof. 320.
Goodbye.
Have a nice evening. It's evening for us, so. Is there a list of Easter eggs for the demo? I don't know. We just add them. So I really don't know if if anyone made a list and found it. Oh yeah, right. There's a Triforce. Yeah, I actually talked with TQ about that. I told him he should add a Triforce to some special building.
Okay, let's do the moonwalking then.
Yeah. Oh right, the sandwich items are actually all referenced. There's the sandwich, which is based
You know
on
what?
Tales of
I'm
Games.
just gonna restart Photoshop in hopes that it
Do it.
maybe.
Save before you do that.
Didn't need to save that one. Okay.
And this the high sandwich, which is like a little bit of a Easter egg for the high potion and the first word Leia learns. Then there's the cross sandwich. Cross is an X potion. Fast stretch, but still.
Mm-hmm.
There's also like we also do have modifiers in the game that are named after a specific modifier in another game, stuff like that. Yes, Trixie, there is a Triforce. There are actually two Triforces. They're very well hidden.
But one is
so.
flipped, right?
One is flipped. Yeah, it's a link between words reference mainly. Because at the time, I think we all played the game and we were pretty amazed. Make an animation of Leia headbanging. There you go, Felix.
Oh my, okay. That would have been simple. Phew, let's see if I can do this in... Why do I have snapping activated? It's still so slow. Why?
+1 headbanging. Yeah, moonwalk. You need some musical inspiration.
Hmm. Turn on some Michael Jackson in the background then. So.
Please make sure Leah touches her non-existent head while moonwalking. It's
It's
mandatory
essential.
for this. Yeah, it's
Okay.
mandatory.
Okay. So let's do that first, maybe. I think so. First, you should have her head like angled down.
Sorry, I have to scroll up for that.
Right. Of course, I need to add this.
Alright, sorry to hear, Send Pain.
Hmm?
We had a little. It's about the Easter egg event.
Hmm.
It was like a little event. Just people could send via Twitter or Facebook, like a really small event,
Hmm.
and very, very, very spontaneous event too. So I'm sorry, Sandpain, that you couldn't
Sabi just miss it.
submit. Yeah, no, he did miss, but he couldn't submit because he don't have Twitter or Facebook.
Oh. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. It's we just well, it was like really quickly, so we just went with whatever was simple. That's why it's only actually I think almost nobody submitted on Facebook. At least even after I wrote it, I'm not exactly sure how I could check for a tag in Facebook. I don't think it's really possible. So in the end, all the submissions were just on Twitter.
Mm.
There was one guy who posted his stuff in as a comment in our group, and that's why how I found it. But otherwise, I had no idea how I can search for tags in Facebook. I tried to find out, but apparently.
Felix, can you? Someone suggests decreasing the RAM usage in Photoshop. Maybe that will help you.
I can.
Thank you, Tripetide.
Maybe
I didn't
shouldn't.
know actually
I would
that,
just reduce it to maybe 40%.
dude. I didn't
Just
know
to-
that StarMazer TV was watching our campaign.
Yeah, I actually read it somewhere on the way, but I also didn't notice. When I looked, they were just playing Axiom Verse, something. You know, this Super Metroid like game.
Axiom Verge.
Axiom Verge, yes.
Yes. Oh, pretty cool game.
Yeah. Made by one person.
Made by one person, right? In case you don't know StarMazer, I'll give you a link.
Yeah,
Because
just Starmazer.
StarMazer is amazing and you should totally check it out.
Yep, and we're gonna have a crossover with that game.
And we have a
Now it looks like
Yes.
Lea's face palming while doing this, but well, that works too.
Oh, look who's here.
Who's
Welcome,
here?
Austin.
Oh, hey, Austin.
Austin is here. We stayed up late playing Axiom Verge that we were able to see you cross the funding goal.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Awesome.
Wait, you stayed up all that night? Oh my gosh, okay. That was
That's
pretty
pretty
late.
pretty amazing, yeah. Because for us it was like in the
12 o'clock.
morning. I was talking with a friend of mine, and she was like calling me right before we finished this and said like, I want to be with you when you finish, when you cross the line, the goal. And she actually was the one that inputted the final like $40 or whatever was missing, and we were done. How awesome is that? I tell you, super awesome. Yeah, please stay up late and play CrossCode whenever we are finished. We will do the same with Star Mazer. We should definitely stream that. Like when we play
Oh
Star
yeah.
Mazer, we should stream that.
Mm.
We're gonna do this so much. We should blind stream it like as soon as we get our hands on it,
So
and the Star Mazer crew gives the to go. We're gonna stream and we'll play this. Really hyped. Well, also, I forgot what I wanted to say. It was there, and now it's gone. Whatever, man. Where's my drink?
okay, this looks closer to moonwalking now. And that angle here. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
thanks everyone for staying up late if you're ahead of our time zone.
Mm.
For us, it's like
It's
like
evening here.
9 p.m. Yeah,
It's like prime time for Germans.
yeah, that's right.
Like some people might watch Tator today. Maybe that's why Helen is not around. He tends to watch this
No,
somehow.
Hannah is there. He is
Oh.
there. He's in the chat.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Yeah, he is here. Everything's cool.
I think for this animation I'm actually gonna move the frames to actually have a reference.
Why do you have the somewhat green background in Photoshop, Felix?
Well, there's no particular reason, I just have any color. Working with transparent backgrounds is kind of a pain. So that's why it's green.
Yep. This all.
Can be any color, but usually I choose a color that's not part of the sprite and layer has no green.
Yeah, yeah. That's always the smart idea.
This.
Oh wait, Tardot, view counts insta drops.
What? Oh, come on, Tardot's not that bad.
Oh yeah, we were all game developers for the RPG Maker. Even Tiku, he made like a game and stopped making it.
I think he's still doing it. Or, as far as I know,
You're
it's
still
not
doing it?
cancelled.
It's not yeah, it's on ice. That's what grown up people say. when they don't want to work on a project anymore, they say it's on ice. We all know what that means. Leipzig is like the most awesome city in Germany. Get out. Like no, I actually have some friends in Leipzig. I like Leipzig, so. But not most awesome city in Germany. I think that's Cologne or Berlin, to be honest. Maybe Bremen, because like we are in Bremen twice a year, maybe.
Hmm.
Oh, you're still on it. Furious feedback.
Yeah.
Project Insomnia. All right, Project Insomnia. Yeah, they're all still alive.
Just doing a bit of sprite magic. kind of weird that I probably sometimes can't even describe what I'm exactly doing. Like so much intuition, but that's the thing that's so frustrating about drawing. There's so
You're
much.
pushing pixels. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm just doing stuff because I kind of think it looks better, and it's kind of hard to describe why. Well, I mean, in this case, what I did just I focused on first spriting the legs, and after I did this more or less in a way I wanted to have, I noticed that the upper body didn't really move in with the right speed. It was just 1 pixel offset. So I just padded the upper body movement, so I have 2 pixel offset, which seems fast enough. And then it turns out that the connection between the upper bodies and the feet doesn't match, so I had to change the legs. That's how it works, I guess. So it's kind of always a bit strange. So on that one hand, animation is a lot about working with references, but it's also a lot about keeping in mind the deltas between frames and thinking about how the body moves and making the logical connections. Because sometimes it's pretty hard to just transfer animation from a reference directly. And then you have to interpret the stuff yourself.
Yeah, I think a good idea is always to have like keyframes. That helps a lot. If you have like small keyframes and you can like animate the in-betweens while you're doing the pixel, like you start with the first keyframe and
Well,
do the last
that's
keyframe.
true
And
for complex animations if you don't
yeah,
exactly know how the animation will look. But if you just have like a moonwalk animations, I already know the keyframes. It's not. I mean, I'm not working with keyframes here right now. I'm just going right ahead, frame by frame, because I don't think you need keyframes here. For some reason, this one has the wrong color. That's weird.
just like with the dialogue.
Hmm?
The dialogue had different orange colors, although we only use one orange color.
Okay.
And for some reason, the highlight in the dialogue system had a different, like a little gradient to it, and well, wasn't really hard to fix that. But I wonder how that came to be. Maybe because of transparency, transparent layers. I'm not sure.
Might be. Right. Now comes the big movement.
Why are so many messages deleted? What's going on in chat? Goodbye, Trixie, and she asks if you're better yet. Because our dear Felix had some health issues.
Right. Over weekend, I was feeling really bad on Saturday for some reason, but actually got much better toward the evening. And yeah, I was kind of like I had too much stress because of the whole thing, how the campaign was going. But when it turned better, I turned better myself a lot too. So everything was fine in the end.
Mm-hmm.
So no need to worry. Okay, something is not right. Yeah.
With instant matter, she should be able to pull out a hat. There you go.
She should. Yeah, probably.
Like it's always a challenge to make animations where the player can, where the sprite can possibly move. Right?
You
Like
mean animations where the sprite itself is moving with an offset?
yeah, and very slow moving, and you want to have a good looking animation, and it gets a little bit harder. Where you know, okay, I need to move the character, like, and you don't even know the pixels. Like if you know, all right, I moved this character 2 pixels to the left, and then it should have this keyframe, right? And it's easier.
Might
But
be.
if you don't know that, it's very difficult.
I know. Usually it's I think it's not that important. I think it's overrated. Like when you have an animation that looks good, I mean, you need
Mm-hmm.
to know roughly how quick the animation is, how quick the sprite is moving, but you have some room there where you can just vary the speed and it will still look good, I think. So, for instance, I don't think it's that important that the animation exactly matches the movement speed. Like the running animation doesn't have to exactly match the movement speed of the character. And I think Lear's animation effect doesn't exactly match the movement speed, if I correctly. I think there is some sliding, a lot of sliding going on there. And
Yeah,
that's
in
the
CrossCode
case,
there's
yeah.
sliding.
The same thing is for transitions. Like transitions are also very overrated. If you pay too much attention to transitions, very often it's not worth it. Like when an animation starts, you can very often simply cut quickly to the animation. It will in fact look better because it's just more rapid. It feels better because
Yeah, and that's
it's
not
more.
only true for sprites. It's completely true for 3D too. If you look closely to the animations in how was the game called from Naughty Dog? Last of Us. The Last of Us.
Mm,
If you look at the close combat attack from The Last of Us, you notice that they skip from one animation to another
huh.
because it feels more impactful. So it makes sense,
Oh.
totally sense to do that
Mm,
because in the game world, you wouldn't even notice. It's like in the heat of combat, so you don't notice that much. Everything's fast and you concentrate on the enemies and maybe if you punch some dude, you're already looking at the next dude, so you know that all right, there's a dude, and I need to roll away or something like that. And they
yeah.
actually did it. They actually released a developer diary where they kind of said like, all right, we're skipping this animation here because it looks better.
Yeah.
It can also look weird, like in Assassin's Creed. Some
Yeah.
animations
Another
just look weird.
another example for me is like Phoenix Wright. You know, there's
Yeah.
the 3D Phoenix Wright for 3DS, like the Dual Destinies. That one has really amazing 3D animations, and I like them much more than the one you get from Phoenix Wright versus what was the name? Damn it, the crossover, Phoenix Wright and oh my gosh,
Professor Layton,
yes.
come on,
Yes,
Felix. What the
sometimes I
hell?
just have this blackouts where I just forgot names at random. Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright or the other way around. Like this game also had 3D characters, but the animations were more. They were like proper 3D animations. They had transitions between everything, and they didn't look quite as good because in Dual Destinies they just did the 3D animations exactly the way they did the 2D animations. There were a lot of skips between the different animations, and
Right.
it looks much more. I don't know, it just looks cool and nice that way. It's kind of like a style, I guess, but it looks better than having everything with a fluid transition sometimes to have that. So okay, let me just.
I think people want you to save again.
Oh, I think one time in the stream it's gonna happen that my program crashes and then I forgot to save. Then everything's lost. I already see a problem that I'm
Oh,
gonna
oh.
have here. Um,
Goodbye, Triptide. Thanks for
okay,
joining.
goodbye.
Go ahead, Felix.
If I want to export this animation, I need to add more padding, or even better, just put the frames below each other
Mm.
because it's gonna move sideways, so it needs more padding. That's not now. That's the downside of using one layer and just moving this layer around. And at one point, I have to cut a frame, and then neighbor frames might overlap with that frame, so you might actually see the next frame over here. And so if the sprite animation is moving sideways, it makes sense to move the poses vertically, so they're not overlapping that way. I hope that makes sense.
Oh, that was my telephone reminding me that we have a stream. Thank you, telephone. You are very, very fast.
Very much on time.
Yeah, very much. I don't know what's wrong with this. I think it's somehow broken, like bad. it doesn't even does the clock. The clock doesn't work. Like I can't put a timer on it. It simply doesn't work. So I have to use a manual timer. So I stay up in the morning.
Something is weird here. So
How many people are in your team? We have 12 people. 12 people. 12 people.
about 12, yeah. I always forget
We have.
exactly how to calculate
We
them.
can name them, no problem. We have Felix, who is currently pixeling.
Hmm.
We have Henne, who is Felix is like the creative director of CrossCode,
Also do programming actually, yeah.
programming and graphics, the guy for everything basically. We have Henne or Geflügel. He does game designing and like balancing and also mapping. Then we have Fabrice, which is a concept artist. The same goes for Janina or Solcy. Then we have T3 and Martina, both doing sprite arts, and of course TQ too. So it's three more. Then we have Intero, who does our music. We have Teflo, who does the sound, and another one, Iron, who does sounds too. And we have, of course, our avatar creator, the ones you can see on our social sites, Chibi. So that's the whole team, basically.
Yep.
And I'm apparently doing stuff too. Geflügel. You think that's funny?
Oh,
Hi, Janok.
something is not right with that animation. Yeah, I'm just gonna move that one to the front. Maybe even two. That should be enough.
Herzlichen Glückwunsch. Vielen Dank. Vielen Dank.
Danke sehr.
Much German. Oh, there's a question in German. I tried to translate it. Zeichnet jede Kachel der Karte in jedem Frame neu oder stellt ihr ein größeres Gesamtbild der Karte? Wenn ja, benutzt ihr get put image data or data? All right. Do we draw every single tile of the map in each frame new, or do we take like smaller pieces and put them in separate image data?
The thing is, so I mean, Impact originally just has it has two modi actually. So Impact comes with where you just pre-render small tiles every frame, and it has this one chunked drawing method where the tiles are actually pre-drawn in a hidden canvas, and we use this chunked drawing by default because it really improves performance a lot. You have way less drawing codes. The downside is that you have to use more memory because you have to create a lot of images where you just pre-draw all the different layers from the map. But in general, it pays really off because most systems have enough memory these days to handle this. And you don't need any image data to do this. You can just create a new canvas and use the canvas to the API to draw in that new canvas. So you don't need to download image data and use JavaScript to draw each pixel because that is really, really time consuming. You should try to avoid that if possible.
Yep. Bye bye, Honeycake Play. Why are people leaving?
No.
No.
Just checking the viewing count. It's still pretty damn high. So
At that one point, it looked like Lea's leg was broken. I think that's just part of the animation. It might look a little bit weird, but looking at it frame by frame, but
Yeah, that's very often the case with animations. If you look, let's see, that I think that's probably one of the main reasons why people have often problems with animations because they're too perfectionistic about details. You have to
mm,
you have to look over details and just have to look at the big picture because if you're too notorious fixing small little details, you won't make any progress. And I'm actually a Pixar who's very I don't care about details very often actually. Probably should care a bit more about it to get better, but um, because I don't, I'm actually rather quick with animations, I think.
mm. I think it has some very, very nice advantages because you basically dish out animations much faster and poses and everything.
Yeah,
It
because
still looks
yeah,
good.
a quality of the animation is not really dependent on details that each and individual frame looks good. It's more about how the frames work together.
Mm,
Something
mm,
I did some stupid stuff here.
yeah. Would you fight a Krabby-sized layer or one layer-sized Krabbies? I don't know. Banana. I would fight both because I'm a man. Challenge accepted. Was your early prototype of CrossCode an RPG before you all switched to action? No, it actually was
No, it was
a
always
puzzle
action.
game.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
it
a
was
puzzle
actually
game.
action, a puzzle, and we switched to RPG. And we added RPG.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, our sound designer made his famous veggie burgers again.
What?
Oh
No.
no,
I want
we
them.
can't
Send
eat
some by
them.
mail already. Come on.
Yeah,
That should be no
it's like
problem.
super unfair. I want some too.
Yeah. That's why we already have them in the game, the veggie burgers.
Yeah, that's I think that's like the first item I thought of, like
Yeah.
veggie burger. But I thought like, no, it can't be the first item. Like, had to be something special. Veggie burger, so much yes. Same for chili con carne.
So.
Thanks, DCrusher98, and have a good night. Oh, we just hit 85k.
Woohoo. 85k. Awesome.
Dun 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 dun.
So halfway to the next stretch goal. Can we still make it?
Can we still make it? Guys, like, New Game Plus, it's gonna be so dope. Think Dark Souls 2 especially. Like,
What do I?
some new enemies,
Or is it?
harder, but more rewarding. That kind of deal.
Yes.
I always like that when games not only give you a new game plus, but they also do something with the new game plus.
Mm-hmm.
And especially in the Souls games, they don't have difficulty settings. So what they do, the difficulty in these games basically depends on the weapon you choose. You can choose like super weak weapons if you like it and play with it like a skill-based weapon or dexterity-based weapon. It's quick, but also leaves you open for heavier attacks. Or you can play as a mage, and mage basically have a little bit easier because they can just go ranged all the time, but and still hit enemies. Or you go like full heavy and heavy hits and stuff like that, losing a lot of stamina but dishing out major damage. It's like a cool idea to scale difficulty in a game. not by a setting, by basically like an artificial insertion in like an insert of difficulty by just saying, all right, this level has 50% more energy for every enemy. But basically saying, all right, choose magic and you have it much easier.
Damn, I like this pose.
Damn.
Sometimes just happens, you randomly draw a pose and all of a sudden it looks awesome. Then you have to keep it. Try to not break it.
What animation are we creating now? Stunned? Confused?
Yeah, of course. So like when Leia is confused, she's like gonna constantly do a moonwalk. That would be awesome, actually.
That would actually be a nice negative status effect. Dizzy, where you can't move Leia for a certain amount of time, and she's just like
Let's just
holding her
moonwalk
head,
around.
and little birds are flying around her head.
Okay.
Like if an enemy hits her with a counter attack or something like that. Face palm moonwalking, the best moonwalking.
Hmm.
Face moon palm walking.
That's true.
All right. Can you guys tell us a bit about crosswords and how you came up with the idea of gameception?
Gameception.
Yeah, the game inside a game.
I think the game inside this game idea came when I thought about so we need a game where for some reason throwing balls is like a core mechanic. So how am I gonna explain this in any meaningful way? And the only way I could think about is, well, it has to be a game in the game. So the game in the game is just has a stupid plot, and we don't care. So, and that's how we
You
got.
don't care. I care. I care about the lore of the game inside the game.
Yeah, but you don't care if it's stupid, apparently.
No, it can be a bit more comic relief. I don't
Yeah.
care. But I kind of like we have some. I think when Felix kind of had that idea, I kind of jumped on it and thought up like, oh yeah, and there has to be like. I think we can tease that like there's this alien race and these like the agents and they have these artifacts and
Yeah.
and you are basically a treasure hunter and trying to find a solution to this mystery on this planet. And actually, the classes are bound to these to this ancient culture. So Spheromancer is a type of warrior, kind of like deal that was once in this ancient culture, and through artifacts you kind of gain the powers of them, and you have to go on a quest to kind of become the successor of the ancient culture or something like that. Because we also needed an explanation why the MMORPG has puzzle dungeons, like in Zelda. Like, why are there puzzles? Why don't you just fight something? We can explain that. Like, it's a challenge, but puzzles, and we wanted to have puzzles and stuff like that. So there's a lot of comic relief, and probably stuff we just leave unexplained. Because that's the good part about a game inside a game.
Mm-hmm. So, let's just add.
While on the weapon subject, I've been wondering for a while, what inspired you to use spheres as a weapon for Leia? Spheres? She uses chakrams as weapons. Or the boards. The boards. So, yeah. I don't know what inspired us, Felix. Like, I think we fought shapes, right? Like, Leia was throwing balls. Like, that was in the very early prototype the case. It was always the case. And we thought, like, all right, we have different classes. And what could we make that to differentiate these classes? And we thought, like, shapes. So you have Spheromancer, which is a circle.
Yeah.
And you have Triblader, which is a triangle. And that's basically it. So, as you can probably imagine, Spheromancer have somehow a different position than the other classes because they're a circle instead of just a rectangle or a triangle and stuff like that. It's more points basically. So it's circle, not connected by just 4 sides or something like that. And there's lore inside the game where to go. We always say the cross lore. The cross lore is the lore of the game inside the game.
So what does this look like? It's too slow because Photoshop is
How
freaking
many
slow.
frames do you have?
Right now it's 8 frames. Still not sure about that. Something. Yeah, actually, doesn't look that great because actually when I look at the animation, it's very static. She shouldn't stop, so I need to fix that first.
Yeah. Ah, I see, yeah. So you push the explanation of the absurdity of a game mechanic into another game.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. That's what we did.
That's what we did.
We
Yeah.
took the problem and put it somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Malikolp. They looked at .hack and thought, hey, this is pretty rad. And then they looked at Phantasy Star Online and I thought, hey, this is pretty rad. And then I smacked them both together. Actually, I played .hack, but I don't think Felix played .hack that much. Or
Nope.
did you?
Not really.
So yeah, and I think no one played Phantasy Star Online.
Wait.
Yeah, because it was never released in Europe.
Wait a second. So I actually I did play .hack.
Yeah? You did?
Yeah, the PlayStation game. I'm not sure how far.
The one that
PlayStation
was released
2.
in 4 parts.
Yeah, the first one of those I played.
Yeah.
And I mean, I also
Yeah.
watched .hack. I watched the anime. So yes, .hack is to some extent an inspiration. So I mean, it's mostly just the idea of being stuck in an MMO, but a lot of I think we're doing stuff differently. At least I think so. The
Yeah, I
plot
think-
will evolve in a different way. Actually, I fix this animation by removing frames. That's what I usually like to do.
Krivin. Thanks, Krivin. I'm happy for CrossCode too. I think you should be able to shoot Mountain Dew and Doritos instead of balls. You just have to look up.
Only for the MLG. No, what was it?
MLG Pro, yeah.
MLG
with the-
Pro version.
I actually only played the second installment of the .hack games. I don't remember how they were called. Like there were 3 games after the 4 games,
Mhm.
and I think this game was called .hack, simply .hack.
Gonna change some things here. So that one.
.hack Remembrance or something. I don't know. I really don't remember. Dang it. Glorious 60F 1080p. The stream is 1080p. I didn't know. There are MLG versions of everything. It's good to know that Bread Simulator has an MLG version. I really like to see some streams about that, with 100,000 viewers watching how 2 guys try to get the most points.
Mm.
GU, right? .hack GU. That was how the game was called. And they were actually really cool. Like I liked the combat. But it got a little bit of extra, it got a lot of extra features per game, so it wasn't always the same.
slowly it's getting somewhere, I think.
Yeah, Lea really looks like a smooth criminal.
I think I should also, I will also animate the one hand that's hanging down. That will probably make a big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be like some move that Leia does when she wins a big fight, right? Like the Kirby dance moves.
Right, yes.
Like she the only thing she needs to do after that is teabagging the enemy.
Mm.
First of all, she like moonwalks to show off that she's the best.
So, I think if no Photoshop would at least show me like a decent time, give me a decent timing of that animation would be very nice.
Kirby dance moves. Every time you finish a level or a boss fight, Kirby does some cool dance.
I think I can still improve that a bit. So right now, what I think is not so great is that the movement of some of the parts is very linear. And linear movements, it's better if you do these kind of movements where you first have a very large gap, and then toward the end it kind of breaks. This actually makes the animation more
Should ease
fluid.
up.
It should ease out, exactly. Now the
Mm.
challenge here is that the movement's supposed to have a static speed backwards, but I still will try to make the movement of the legs kind of like with this easing. Right now it seems to be too linear, I think. So that will be kind of challenging, but I'll see what I can do. Here, for instance, this
Wait,
one.
but what? Everyone who's watching Star Mazer came to back CrossCode?
Whoa,
Is that really true?
that's
That's
amazing.
pretty sweeterino.
Holy crap. Really gotta thank Don for that. Don and the others.
Don, Vanessa, Austin, and Cass.
Yeah.
Cass. I always have to think of Cass from the Metal Gear series. Cass. Cass. Where's Cass? On Metal Gear.
Cass, this awesome social ninja. I also want a social ninja.
Liquid. Snake.
So what did I do now? Here it's
I hope some people found Star Mazer for us too.
yeah,
So we don't
this
have
is
to
much
feel
better.
bad.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's what I'm talking about. So what? Maybe if you now paid attention, what I did is this front leg movement before. So I looked exactly at the gap of how the food is moving. So before it was like this. And this frame to this frame it was 2 pixels, then again 2 pixels, and again 2 pixels. Or something like this. And what I did instead is first moving it to 3 pixels, then to 2 pixels, and finally, or maybe also 3 pixels, and then finally to 1 pixel. So you have like this easing out. And something like this usually looks better. So that's something you can remember if you want to do animations. Having this kind of easing out effect makes it look so.
Yeah, we do the same for UI elements all
Oh
the time.
yes, all the UI element and the camera movement,
UI.
everything is with easing. And that's why the game feels so fluid, even though it's just 60 FPS as most games out there, like HTML5 mini games or whatever. But having this
Yeah,
kind
like
of easing is really makes a huge difference.
yeah, like many menus, especially in AAA games,
Mm.
I noticed that they feel a little bit static. Not when Nintendo does menus, they feel less static, but sometimes like for instance, it's like the recent game I played, Bloodborne. Like this has it pops up just there suddenly.
It's the same for Dark Souls, right?
Yeah, right. And I don't know. they make a good gameplay, but menu design is not really the strength
The
of From
question really is,
Software.
do you have to make these kind of awesome menus all the time?
Yeah, that's what my point, because for this game it wasn't really necessary in the end, because
Oh,
you could
this
live
lag
with
is too
that.
high. What the hell?
But I think for CrossCode it helps the game to add to this nostalgic feeling and this pixelated stuff, because
You know,
everything
like
looks smooth.
nostalgic feeling. You know, the old games didn't really have the same kind
Yeah,
of
I know, but
animations.
that's what we also had with John when we did the interview, right?
Yeah.
Like he said, everything felt like these old games, and basically we're not.
You know, it's just eye candy in the end. So it
That's
we
true
spent a
too.
lot of time on the menu and the animation stuff. We developed a nice system for it. And I think like other games like Dark Souls simply are more, well, they are more, how would you say, pragmatic about the whole menu. They just get it done somehow, and they don't care as much about the animations, and that's of course one way to do it. It's probably why they finished their menu quicker than we did, I think, maybe.
Not sure. Not sure.
Okay, I'm kind of confused about the leg pose here. It should, so like straight, straight, flat, 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 flat. Oh, I knew it. Okay. So this one is not good. It has to be like this still. This one needs to be flat. Yep. Okay. This turns out to be pretty strange. I don't know what. That's maybe just a frame that looks strange. So let's just ignore it. See how it looks in animation.
If you would get unlimited money and workers for any project, would you make a 3D CrossCode? Why not?
I think yeah. I think CrossCode might actually work better in 3D than 2D after all, because a lot of
Yeah,
people have this kind of depth perception. You know, in a style similar to A Link Between Worlds, I think would work pretty well.
yeah. I wouldn't go full HD ultrasonic hyper edition FX 3D,
You mean like
but
this
more.
3D where you actually have a dynamic camera which is behind your player? This one I think wouldn't work too well with CrossCode because of the whole ball throwing mechanic.
Yeah, you need
It's
to
not.
have an auto aiming for that
Yeah, and that's kind of
to
like the whole
work.
gameplay would change, but simply replacing the 2D graphics with 3D graphics that looks in the same way, like has the same perspective, only that you have Correct 3D, and so you actually see the depth better. I think
Yeah, you
that
can
might.
tilt the camera a bit so you can see that there are sights.
Well, it's you simply by having 3D, you will see sides on the left and the right of the screen because that's how perspective transformation works. So you can't just have the same kind of camera, and because it's 3D, you will see the walls on the left and the right of the screen,
Yeah.
and this will really help, I think, to perceive the depth. So I think the game might work even better that way. But the problem really is that we can't afford doing 3D. We don't have the people to do that, not the knowledge, and it's in general, doing 3D is kind of difficult, especially like 3D models of people. I tried to do this several times, always gave up. Yeah, this is going somewhere. I'll start to like it now. I think the movement of the legs is now good enough. The only thing left now is having an arm animation and trying to animate the rest to move with there, and I think it's gonna look pretty cool. So I think we need another 20-30 minutes, so you'll be a bit over time today, but who cares? I mean, we
Yeah.
still have a lot of viewers, so.
Also, Felix,
Mm-hmm.
safe.
Yes. Done.
Mackin says, So this guy is only a sprite, right? No, Felix is the creative director of CrossCode. Like he's the guy.
So what